Hi, Sarah Casper here from Tropica. Today we are going to aquascape this Oasa Starline 85. The aim of this video today is to show you all how to make a beautiful, simple aquascape, and we're using a 75 litre 20 gallon aquarium, so good size for beginners. So step one in your aquascape is obviously the aquarium. Step two, hardscape, and we picked a really interesting piece of spiderwood. Typical aquascaping wood, you can find something very similar in your local fish store, and if you get one with lots of spindly bits, you've got opportunities to tie plants on. So the next step of your aquascape is to add some soil. We're using Tropica aquarium soil, and this will give the plants the best chance for success. So the soil is in the aquarium and I'm just smoothing it out a little bit just to avoid any big depressions or big hills. So here we are in the holding area for the 1-2 grow plants, and I'm picking the plants for our beautiful aquascape. So here I am with my plants. I have my 1-2 grow that I took from the lab earlier, and I've got my pots I took from the greenhouse. So the pots have got instant impact. They're big, a lot bigger, and they've got a lot of potential in the roots, so they will get going immediately as soon as you put them underwater. The 1-2 grow are all baby plants. That's why they're so small. And they are snail-free and algae-free, which is great if you want a clean tank when you start. But they're babies, so you need to feed them from the beginning, otherwise they'll starve. It's now time to prepare the plants. I've got 2 different types, 1-2 grow and pots, and they get prepared slightly differently, so I'll show you how to do it. I'm starting with the pot. This is my Limnophila sessiliflora. So I'll take out my label, and I'm gonna pinch hold of the rock wool and pull the pot off. Now the rock wool is in 2 halves, so I'm going to gently pull it apart. If you pull too hard, you might lose all the roots. I don't need that now. And I'm going to gently pull on this side. I'm just holding on to the plant on the stems, gently pulling. So I've got lots of rock wool here. I make it wet. So all I'm doing right now is I'm just trying to break things up a little bit. I'm not really pulling things apart, and you can see all the roots are spreading out. This is a good thing. So now, if I look at my plants, I can see lots of stems. So if I gently pull, really gently, I'm just letting the plant separate where it wants to separate. So now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 plants. They can go on my tray, and I can carry on working with the rest. Big bits of rock wool, just pull off with your fingers. So this is 1 pot Limnophila sessiliflora. I've prepared the plant, I've taken the rock wool off, and some of them have got very long roots, and you don't need all those roots, so I like to leave about 2-3 centimeters, and I just pinch it off. You can use scissors if you prefer as well. I've got long nails right now, so for me it's just easier and quicker to use my fingers. So I'm now going to prep a 1-2 grow plant. This is Lobelia cardinalis mini. So I'll open the pack, and I'm going to pour away the growth media. I have a drain in the floor. You can use your sink at home. Give it a little rinse, and now I get to see how many plants I have. So I'm separating the plants. I have 1 plant, 2, 3, 4 plants. There might be 2 in here. If I gently pull it, it will separate where it wants to. I can separate a bit more, but this is enough for me to work with. It's now time to start planting. Tools you need are tweezers, spray bottle. Spray bottle is to stop the plants from drying out. Spray them regularly. And I'm planting into dry soil. First plant is going to be at the front by here, and it is Marsilea hirsuta. So just grip it in your tweezers and plant. So my next plant is this one. This is Echinodorus Reni. It's an easy plant, it's a focal point plant, and it's got a red colour to it. I find with this one, group the roots together and plant it somewhere where you can see it as a focal point. So if you see my pin sets, it's going to go right by here. So next plant is Lobelia cardinalis mini. It's a nice compact plant. It forms a fairly compact bush and it will fill out spaces fast. Good grower, lovely, beautiful fresh green colour, and it won't outgrow an aquarium this size. So the next plant is Juncus Repens. It's a 1-2 grow. It's quite an interesting plant. It's very grassy looking, quite messy, and has these firework-like details on the plant towards the end of the stems. Now, I'm going to plant by gathering all the leaves back so I can see the bottom, and I'm not going to use my tweezers. I'm going to just place this into the soil. So the next plant is Pogostemon helferi. It's a stem plant. It's in the medium category, but we're going to add bio-CO2 to this aquarium, so that will just give it a little bit of a boost. So the next plant is Limnophila sessiliflora. Easy stem plant, really nice to work with, and it's going to go in the back all along the aquarium. So the next plants are the epiphytes. I have Bucephalandra Kedagang and Kelam, also known as wavy green in the past, and Anubias mini coin. They need to be attached to the decor, to the wood, and this wood is great because it's got little gaps where we can wedge the plants in. So the aquarium's now been fully planted and we're slowly filling it with water. We're using a cup so that the water goes in slowly and doesn't uproot all the plants. So the aquarium is now set up and it's ready for a CO2 system, and we've decided to go with the CO2 system bio. This is a yeast-based system, so it's inexpensive, easy to use, it's safe, and it's rated for easy to medium plants for aquariums of approximately 60 litres volume. I'm going to quickly set up the CO2 system bio now. There is a comprehensive video online that you can watch if you want more details. So we have the main container, there's a powder in here. We have the activator, instructions, very comprehensive. Read these if you want a more detailed version or watch the video. A little bag with the basic equipment, tubing, an O-ring or gasket, and a lid with a little nozzle, and diffuser. There's an initial surge of CO2 in the first few hours after activating the system. If you've got sensitive livestock, fish, shrimp, snails, take your diffuser and put it in water and leave it for 12 to 24 hours. I use this system on a shrimp tank with ottocinclus and other sensitive livestock, and that's my best practice. The reaction has already started to take place in the bottle. You can see a layer of bubbles at the top, and the CO2 will work its way down the tubing and out of the diffuser as fine microbubbles.
So there we have our Aquascape complete. Thanks so much to Sarah Casper for invaluable help during this joyous process. I think you'll agree it's turned out great, and now it's time to maintain it and ensure those plants grow beautifully and reward us with an absolutely amazing aquascape, which I'm sure is what we're going to see over the next coming weeks. We do need to maintain it appropriately, and I'm going to run through that very quickly now. Very basically, we will do update videos, so you can make sure you're subscribed to see those. So frequent maintenance is required in the first few weeks. This includes large, frequent water changes. This helps to dilute the waste organics, which can otherwise trigger algae issues. We need to add some algae crew, i.e. shrimp and snails, to also help prevent those algae issues. And we also need to keep an eye on our lighting, ideally around 8 hours. We need to make sure that filter's running, of course, and keep the aquarium at an appropriate temperature, around 25 degrees Celsius or 77 degrees Fahrenheit. So now I want to give you an indication of how much this kind of system may cost you. So the Awase Starline 85 tank and cabinet comes in at around €275. The Oase Biomaster 250 Thermo, this is around €160. And then we have the Tropica CO2 System Bio there, that's around €25. The Tropica Aquarium Soil there, 9 litre bag, that's around €40. And then we have our liquid fertiliser, that's the Tropica Specialised Nutrition. A 300 millilitre bottle will set you back around €10 or so. We have our beautiful piece of driftwood in there. You can get these for around €30, and the plants altogether around €150. And finally, we need our aquascaping tools, of course. Scissors, tweezers, hose, bucket, net, etc. That's going to set you back around €50. So altogether, we're looking at around €740 for this complete system. Now that may sound like a lot of investment. Indeed, it is a big financial investment. But what I can tell you is, you'll get that investment rewarded back at you with such a beautiful thing to live with. It's going to give you joy. You're going to see those plants grow and blossom. The fish, the shrimp, they're all going to thrive within that healthy aquarium environment. The plants, they produce oxygen, they take in harmful nutrients, they provide shelter and security for the fish and the shrimp. I think you'll agree, it looks beautiful, and it's only going to look more beautiful as those plants grow and develop, and through appropriate maintenance, you're just going to really enjoy this whole aquascaping process from the very beginning of setting up right through to seeing the aquascape develop into that final vision that you may have. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on our other social media channels, Facebook and Instagram, using @Tropica Aquarium Plants. You can also have your opportunity to have your own content featured by using the hashtag #MadeWithTropica. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.